By the Light of the Silvery Moon, or By the Light of the Silvery Moon, is a popular song. The music was written by Gus Edwards, and the lyrics by Edward Madden. The song was published in 1909 and first performed on stage by Lillian Lorraine in the Ziegfeld Follies of 1909. It was one of a series of Moon-related Tin Pan Alley songs of the era. The song was also used in the short-lived Broadway show Miss Innocence, September 27 to October 9, 1909, when it was sung by Frances Farr. Popular recordings in 1910 were by Billy Murray and the Haydn Quartet, Ada Jones, and the Peerless Quartet. The song has been used in a great many television shows and motion pictures. A film of the same title was released in 1953, starring Doris Day. It served as a sequel to On Moonlight Bay, which also starred Doris Day. The song was originally recorded in C major, but has since been sung in E major, Day, and A major. Jimmy Bowen. Lyrics. Parody. Billy Murray recorded the song Stand Up and Sing for Your Father, an old-time tune, in 1923. The lyrics of Murray's song parody By the Light of the Silvery Moon, portraying an old man who found this new song frivolous. Recordings. Billy Murray and Haydn Quartet recorded on December 22, 1910 and released on Victor 16460. Ada Jones on Edison Cylinder 10362 released May 1910. Peerless Quartet, recorded November 1909 for Columbia Records. Catalog 799. Fats Waller and His Rhythm. Vocal and piano by Fats Waller with the Deep River Boys. Recorded in New York City on July 13, 1942. Released on the Bluebird label as catalog number B11569. The RCA Victor label as catalog number 22448A, and by EMI in the UK on the His Master's Voice label as catalog number B10748. Ray Noble and His Orchestra. Vocal by Snooky Lanson. Recorded November 17, 1941 for Columbia Records. Catalog 36479. This was a minor chart hit in 1942 and 1944. Bing Crosby, recorded July 9, 1942 for Decca Records. Doris Day for her album By the Light of the Silvery Moon. Columbia Records. 1953. Gordon MacRae and June Hutton, included in their album By the Light of the Silvery Moon. 1953. Etta James. A single released by Modern Records. 1957. Jimmy Bowen released a version of the song as the B-side to his 1958 single, The Two-Step. It reached number 50 on the U.S. pop chart. Gene Vincent for his album Gene Vincent Rocks, and the Blue Caps Roll. Capitol Records. 1958. Little Richard. Recorded for Specialty Records. 1959. This reached no. 17 in the UK singles chart. Burr Lives, included in his album My Gal Sal and Other Favorites. 1964. Ray Charles, included in his album Ray's Moods. 1966. Julie Andrews, included in her album The World of Julie Andrews. 1973. Film appearances. 1933. Turn Back the Clock. The Three Stooges make an early cameo appearance and sing the song. 1939. Idiot's Delight. Clark Gable sang excerpts from this song while performing in a singing actor's part an underemployed showman. 1939. The Story of Vernon and Irene Castle, danced by Fred Astaire and Sonny Lamont. 1941. Babes on Broadway, performed by Ray McDonald as part of a minstrel show sequence. 1941. Birth of the Blues, sung by Bing Crosby. 1943. Heaven Can Wait. The song was used on the theme soundtrack by Alfred Newman. 1943 Hello, Frisco, Hello, sung by Alice Faye. 1945 Flame of Barbary Coast, performed on the stage of a gambling hall. 1945 Sunbonnet Sue. 1946 The Jolson Story. The young Al Jolson, played by Scotty Beckett and voiced by Rudy Whistler, is shown singing the song in a theater while performing in a double act with the character Steve Martin. William Demarest. Some license has been taken in this instance, as by 1909, the year the song was published, Jolson was aged 23 and is meant to be in his early teens in the scene. 1949 Always Leave Them Laughing, sung and danced by Milton Berle and Bert Lahr. 1952 Weeks with Love. The song was performed by Jane Powell and Ricardo Montalban. 1953 By the Light of the Silvery Moon, performed by Doris Day, Gordon MacRae, Leon Ames, Rosemary DeCamp and others throughout the filmous year. 1968 The producers, Max Zero Mostel, puts a coin in the jukebox of the bar where he is having a drink with Leo Gene Wilder. The title he selects is By the Light of the Silvery Moon. They both, accompanied by a drunkard, start singing the tune. 1984 Cannonball Run 2. The song is briefly heard when Tim Conway and Don Knotts, playing as a traffic cop duo, sing in front of an abusive orangutan. 1988 18 Again, performed by George Burns, Red Buttons, and Charlie Schlatter. 1988 The Good, the Bad, and Huckleberry Hound. Huckleberry sings this song to Desert Flower as opposed to his infamous Oh, My Darling Clementine. 2003 The Haunted Mansion. The song is shortly featured and performed by Shelby Grimm, Harry J. Campbell, William T. Lewis, Tim Reeder, and Bob Hartley. 2010 Scooby-Doo, Curse of the Lake Monster. Shaggy Rogers sings of this song to Velma Dinkley, performed by Nick Palatas. In popular culture, the song was featured in a 1931 Fleischer Studios Follow the Bouncing Ball cartoon that featured Betty Boop and the voice of Eddie Cantor. An earlier Fleischer cartoon, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, 1926, was released in the Phono Film Sound on Film Process as part of the Song Cartoons series. In a 1952 episode of I Love Lucy, Lucy's showbiz swan song, the song was sung by Lucy Ricardo and Ethel Mertz, Lucille Ball and Vivian Vance, while the characters were auditioning for Ricky's Gay 90s Review. The song's patter is parodied in a popular The Rocky Horror Picture Show audience participation line for the song, Eddie. Lines like, By the light, not the dark but the light, become lines like, From the day he was born, not the night but the day, and She tried in vain, not the artery but the vein. Quote. In the January 27, 1976 episode of the ABC sitcom Happy Days, titled Fonzie the Superstar, restaurant owner Arnold, Pat Morita, and Laverne and Shirley, Penny Marshall and Cindy Williams, stall for time by singing the song very badly on stage, for a teen audience waiting for Fonzie, Henry Winkler, to come out and sing. In an All in the Family episode, S6C15, Archie Bunker and Barney Hefner sang the song as part of a minstrel show. The song is featured in the second episode of Boardwalk Empire. In 1991, the song is sung by a group of human-themed Muppets called the 3Ds in the pre-show of Muppet * Vision 3D. Kids songs included in the music video Let's Put on a Show. 1995. External multimedia. By the Light of the Silvery Moon. Real audio file of 1910 performance by Ada Jones. By the Light of the Silvery Moon. Lyrics of this song at Metro Lyrics.